Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Chastity by Chaos Comics, issue number 1. This series is called Lost for Life. It's a four-issue miniseries. Not familiar, well, I always say that I'm not familiar with these characters, but I am familiar with them. I just don't have many comics. I know who these characters are. I know Chastity. Chastity is a young vampire who has been bitten in the 70s, 67, I believe, in the era of punk rock in London. And then she became an assassin. She's been trained into that. She's also undetectable by other vampires. So basically, she's a vampire hunter, I guess. But she worked for an organization, and that's all I know, basically. And I don't know the background of where her origins, but it's been highlighted in this comic. So basically, and this is also an alternative cover, or a variant cover, if you will. It looks really cool, and it is done by my favorite artist at this moment, Justiniano, who is also the artist of the interior two pages here. So let's dive in real quick. So we go to, where is it? Los Angeles. And she is here making a living. She is looking for a gig. She has been an actress. Also, that's her thing. She's been a rocker. She's a vampire. She's an assassin, all into one. And so she's going out into a club, but then people are getting killed left and right for unknown reasons, and she jumps into action. And I must say, I know this is Justiniano's art, but this looks way different than the previous comic that I forgot for unknown reason. Why am I forgetting my own comic that I've just, covered not so long ago? Oh yeah, Days of Vengeance. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Anyway, I read a lot of comics, so forgive me. Don't yell at me. Anyway. She's kicking butt left and right, and this is really coolly done. I love this shot. And then somebody throws a knife at her, and then she throws it back, and then she recognized the tattoo, and it's been the tattoo of Jade, of the clan of Jade. Well, who is Jade? Jade is a 40,000-year-old Chinese vampire who's sometimes at the good side and sometimes at the bad side. But in this case, she is, I believe, at the bad side, so she's the villainess here. Maybe, not sure. I just only read the first issue. And she has, tried to take over, regions of crime lords to expand her territory. Not only that, let's talk about that a little bit later. So, moving on with the story, we go back in time in the 1980s, and Chastity is a in a dorm in a high school or something, and there's people that she's meeting there that she has to bunk with, at one room, and they are becoming, I guess, her friends or not. Why we're going back here? Because she remembers the time that she met Jade for the very first time. And this is the story about that. This is not the story about that she is going, become an actress or something. No. It's come a little bit later. Anyway, so she is clubbing and talking to people. And she noticed that this guy's a vampire. And I believe she takes out vampires. Not sure why. Why doesn't she has the urge to kill people? Again, don't know why. Anyway, moving on. So this guy wants to kill this girl, and she beats him in seconds. And he says, "I cannot smell you. You were one of us." And then she drinks his blood. I didn't know that vampires could do that. Well, I mean, drink also vampire blood, because he said she was thirsty. I always believed vampires need to drink human blood. But apparently in this universe that's not the case. Then she is being approached by a guy, and that guy is from the European Council, and I believe she worked for that council for bounties because she's an assassin. And he basically summons her and she says, "Listen, I don't want to be involved anymore." But basically, she had no choice. Otherwise, she would be in big trouble. So, and these two important figures wants to hire her for $50,000. And the reason why the money I mentioned, because she lives in a I don't know, a dorm, and it costs a lot of money. So basically she needs money to survive there, or to live there. And so it's basically a very lucrative deal. But there is a catch. They ask her to remove a head of the mafia, and I mean the Chinese mafia, the Yakuza. And because their son, of his son, is, well, the person's name is Kitano, and he is the head of some kind of a high export import business thingy. So they need to remove him from the table. His son is willing to work with the council, so basically they are in his pocket. And so seems a very easy job, but she knows the Yakuza, they are very tough to deal with. And in the meantime, skipping a few pages, no, this is not important, but the young son of Kitano has plans of his own. So he makes a deal with another group, and this is the woman, and well, I talked about Jade, so we know this is Jade. And he wants to take over his father's business practices. And basically, so if you remove my father, I'm become, head of the table or something like that. He's taking over a share of the East Coast trade. But Jade says, well, you have to abide to your country's what's the word? What's the traditions? And if he's gonna fail, he probably is gonna die or something like that. So they agree with the terms, and then moving on a little bit later, Chastity asked another friend of her that owes her someone who can speak Chinese to accompany her, and then she's going into the building, and she's immediately getting attacked by ninjas, Chinese ninjas, I guess. And we're moving here. So we see Kitano, not sure why he's here with the sword. So probably he messed up and then, I don't know, needs to do seppuku or something. Again, I'm just guessing. And then this claw comes out of nowhere and says, "You're one of us. You're a vampire. Why can't I sense you? No matter, your death is at hand." And then she's in big trouble. And it's none other than Jade, and Jade looks freaking fantastic. Jade is actually a really cool character. And Justiano's art just add all these cool layers, with the mist and the dragon symbol that, represents Jade, and all these assassins, and it's just cool stuff. And then we go back to the present day, because now Jade is in town, and Chastity doesn't know what Jade wants, basically. So we're going to figure that out in the other issues. But yeah, for an introduction about this story, really cool. And the art, of course, looks great. I mean, look at this. Yeah, I like it. So far, not sure where this is going, but Chastity, I've read her in other Chaos comics projects like Lady Death and what's the other? Purgatory. Also cool characters. Yeah, let's see what this is going, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time.